Wicked and malicious police duplexes sparks outrage over FCD officials' arrest. Federal government launches new initiatives to boost agriculture, achieve food security. INEC sensitizes Edo electorate on continuous voter registration. Professor Mary Ezemonye calls for urgent action on water security challenges. A beautiful evening to you, to the Network News and Independent Television. I am Joy Igoche Hakina, and joining us from Benin is Philip. Good evening to you.
Delightful evening to you, Joy, and a beautiful evening to our viewing audience.
Thank you very much. And also joining us from Lagos is Shwa. Good evening to you.
A very good evening to you, Joy. Good to see you on the Network News tonight.
We hit the ground running with some stories from the nation's capital, where the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has condemned construction of buildings under a high-tension power line in Apo Dutse district by the Nigeria Force, describing reckless and a violation of development control regulations. ITV's correspondent reports that Wike visited the site after receiving reports that officials of the FCT Development Control were arrested by police while attempting to stop the illegal construction. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike arrived at plot 189 Cadastra Zone B14, Apo Dutse, to inspect the controversial structures being erected directly under high-tension cables. He expressed shock that such a development could be undertaken by a law enforcement agency, stressing that government institutions must lead by example and not break the same rules they are expected to enforce.
Look at the high tension. How would anybody take such a risk? Assuming that there's not even high tension, the mere fact that the development control refused to give you approval, you cannot take it to your hand and say you must because you have the force. And this is what has brought us here, for me to see things for myself. I'm sure the IG is not around, he may not be aware, but I have to take it up to the appropriate authority. We cannot allow this. Government is here to enforce rules. Government is not here to break rules.
Director of FCTA's Development Control, Mukhtar Galadima, explained that a plot was allocated to the Nigerian Police Force in 2018 for institutional, but approval was due to those by the line going engineering in the area.
Looking at the risks involved, we can't just put our arms because should anything happen, we will be held responsible. That's why we have to react. And we acted yesterday. Some of the enforcement officers that are attached to us, the security officers attached to us, were detained. So I had to rush to my principal and inform him, brief him on the happening.
From Abuja, Joy Igoche Hakin. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, has reaffirmed the federal government commitment to adequate farmer empowerment for improved food production. His agricultural correspondent, Grace Egbulefu, reports that the minister gave the assurances during a press briefing at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja.
The press briefing brought together representatives of various organizations, farmers and stakeholders in the agricultural sector. Unlike the usual press briefing, it provides a platform for dialogue on the best possible ways of improving food production in the country. The federal government says it has launched a series of initiatives aimed at transforming the country's agricultural sector. This event is part of the government's efforts to showcase what it has done to ensure a better future for Nigeria's agricultural sector by engaging farmers, inspiring young ones to contribute actively in economic development and food security.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today to celebrate or commemorate World Food Day as a global celebration that highlights the importance of food security, nutrition, and sustainable agriculture. It is an international day celebrated every year around the world on October 16 to mark the anniversary of the founding of Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. This year, food was unique for several. 2020 Overjust Day and host anniversary. Like the team handling better food and the importance of collaboration of community prosperity.
Minister Abu, including individuals, women farmers, cooperatives, and others.
Now, these are water pumps that will help you to achieve irrigation and other items that are here. We are going to renew their commitment to you, and we are going to help you to achieve a world-class adoption center in your school.
The minister expressed gratitude to partners for their support in the promoting agriculture and food security. From Abuja, Grace Ebulefu, ITV News.
Let's now join Philip for more stories from Benin City.
Thank you so much. The Benin Traditional Council has invited all members of the Benin royal family, chiefs, Ikao, Igioen, Edionwe, Okaigale, and market women to a feast by the Omonoba Nedo. A statement by the Secretary Benin Traditional Council, Frank Irabo, says the feast is part of activities to mark the 9th coronation anniversary celebration of His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Ukwa-Polokpolo Ewa II, Oba of Benin. According to the statement, the feast will hold on Monday, 20th October 2025 at the Palace of the Oba of Benin from 1 in the afternoon. Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, says the Nigerian Air Force will continue to embark on people-oriented projects to strengthen civil-military relations. Air Marshal Abubakar, represented by Air Vice Marshal Ibikule Daramola, stated this at Ohe Community in Irua, Eastern Central Local Government Area, Edo State, during the inauguration of a 35,000-liter capacity industrial borehole in honor of Air Vice Marshal Pius Oaimie, an illustrious son of the area. The event had in attendance Edo State Governor, Senator Armando Okpawolo, top military officers, heads of paramilitary agencies, and other dignitaries. Jalale Ojo has details.
Commission this water project today.
Inauguration of the 35,000-liter industrial borehole and unveiling of the commemorative plaque by Chief of the Air Staff, represented by Air Vice Marshal Ibikunle Daramola, Governor of Edo State, represented by his Chief of Staff, Honorable Gani Aldu, NAF branch chiefs and principal staff officers, heads of paramilitary agencies and other dignitaries. Project facilitator and honoree, Air Vice Marshal Pius Ohaimire, said the Quick Impact project was designed to empower communities and ensure progress does not have to take years.
I remember how we used to trek far to get water to fetch. We waste time, we waste energy. I'm so happy that this project has become a reality.
Representative of Chief of the Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Ibikunle Daramola, said the initiative is a key step in building bridges of trust between the military and civilians.
The aim of these projects is to enhance our operational excellence whilst contributing to the federal government's renewed hope agenda.
Governor Monday Okwevolo, represented by his Chief of Staff, Honorable Gani Aldu, commended the Air Force for the project, pointing out that several water projects have been executed by the state government to improve access to clean water across the state.
We proudly appreciate the genuine commitment of the Nigeria Air Force for the socio-economic well-being of the citizens of our great nation.
Barrister Okai Eneho, representing the Odion of Ohe community, appreciated the Nigerian Air Force and Air Vice Marshal Ohai Mire for their contribution to community development.
We have never known joy more than today as we are witnessing. Even our departed ancestors, they are happy, they are grieved.
The event climaxed with the presentation of plaques of honor to the Chief of the Air Staff and Edo State Governor from Ohe community in Nesa Central Local Government Area. Jola Diojo, ITV News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission in Edo State on Thursday organized a road show and market outreach sensitization program to educate citizens about the continuous voter registration process and to sensitize non-registered citizens who are 18 years and above on the need to register. Joy Obai Siagbo brings details.
The Edo State INEC sensitization program kicked off from the INEC headquarters in Igboba Hill. They marched through major markets, including the ever-busy Oregbeni Market, Akpakpava Road and Ring Road, to sensitize the public on the importance of being a registered voter and the registration options available for qualified citizens.
Come out, your vote will surely count. So we enjoin the good people of Edo State to come out en masse and register for whoever they want to vote.
During the sensitization, the INEC team used diverse languages, including Edo, Igbo, Yoruba, and other Nigerian languages to effectively tell the public that voters' registration process is currently ongoing on all 18 local government areas in Edo State. The roadshow was designed to create awareness and encourage participation in the ongoing continuous voters registration process, ensuring that all eligible Nigerian citizens are registered to vote. From Benin, Joy Obai Siagbo, ITV News.
The governor of Edo State, Senator Mondo Okpebholo, has approved the reintroduction of Edo language into schools curriculum across the state, reaffirming his administration's commitment to preserving the state's rich cultural heritage and promoting indigenous languages. Senator Okpebholo gave the assurance during a courtesy visit by the leadership of Esan Okpa Initiative to Government House in Benin City. Kingsley Uchegbu leads us there.
The delegation, comprising technocrats, business leaders, professionals and community stakeholders, were led on the courtesy visit by their president, Right Honorable Matthew Egbadon. Egbadon commended Governor Okpebholo for the remarkable progress recorded in less than 1 year of his administration. He applauded the governor's achievements and underscored the urgent need to protect and advance Esan language and culture.
We believe your administration will address this issue. This is not local. This will be in line with 2022 National Language Policy of the federal government, which requires the use of mother language, the language of the immediate community, as the primary medium of instruction in the first 6 years of primary education. So it's a national policy. Esan can be taught in Esan schools, Benin can be taught here, Afima can be taught. It's very easy.
Governor Okpebholo disclosed that his administration has directed the Ministry of Education to intensify schools rehabilitation, fencing, provision of boreholes and conveniences, including installation of solar lights in public schools. The governor also announced the reintroduction of Edo language into the school system.
We talk about the language. Charity begins at home. And when we are together like this, we should be speaking our language.
Governor Okpebholo also reiterated his administration's determination to revive Ambrose Sali University, Ekpoma, while highlighting key interventions in road rehabilitation, procurement of 50 CNG buses to enhance public transportation across the 3 senatorial districts.
We take politics out of development. We balance it. That is the only way Edo can move forward. I want to sincerely thank you for taking your time around the schools. Then we'll continue massive renovations.
Part of the group's advocacy, titled Protecting and Advancing Esan Language, Culture and Values, emphasizes the need to introduce the teaching of Esan language in schools curriculum as a way to protect the indigenous language. Kingsley Uchegbu, ITV News.
Government at all levels have been advised to ensure it treats issues bordering on water as a priority, with infrastructural development and maintenance of facilities as a key responsibility. This was the assertion during the 354th inaugural lecture series of the University of Benin, delivered by Professor Mary Nkiru Ezemoye, who dwelt on the topic, water scarcity water stress and water security, the S syndrome, held at the school's auditorium. Osemudiame Osage unveils the rest of the report.
Vice-Chancellor, University of Benin, Professor Edoba Omorigi, SAN, while introducing the inaugural lecturer, Professor Mary Nkiru Ezemonye, highlighted the significance of inaugural lectures to the institution's scholarly drive and described the lecture as timely.
Water scarcity and water stress are critical global challenges. Governments will introduce polluter-pay principle also effectively enforce them.
In her lecture, Professor Mary Ezemonye explored the dynamics between water scarcity and water stress, highlighting growing concerns about water security amidst climate change, population growth and urbanization. Making reference from extensive research and case studies, she emphasized the urgent need for sustainable water management policies to ensure equitable access and availability.
When we talk of economic water scarcity, we're simply saying that there are inadequate infrastructure. When physical and economic conditions aid water scarcity, tends to lead to severe water scarcity, and it is very common in countries that have inadequate water management.
High point was decoration of Professor Mary Ezemonye with the inaugural medallion by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Omorigi, SAN, husband of the inaugural lecturer, who is also the Vice-Chancellor of Nigeria's premier private university, Igbenedion University Okada, Professor Lawrence Ezemonye, and other guests, said the lecture was a necessary call for action on water security challenges.
There is a scarcity, step up their game in managing water, and if they do, the issues of water scarcity will be a thing of the past.
Because we have been inefficient with our management of water resources, we are now faced with even the burden of water, which is flooding.
We should take this seriously, which also calls for further research. She also gave a charge to the government.
Professor Mary Nkiru Ezemonye is the first female and 10th from the defunct Department of Geography and Regional Planning to deliver an inaugural lecture. From Benin, Osemudiame Osage, RTV News.
A new commander for the Civilian Joint Task Force in Kaduna State has been inaugurated with an advice to members to remain steadfast, disciplined, and dedicated to the protection of lives and property. National Chairman and National Coordinator of the CJTF, Engineer Kailani Mohammed, gave the advice during the inauguration of a new commander and an office in Kaduna State. Kaduna correspondent Unma Mohammed was there and files in this report.
The concept to establish the Civilian Joint Task Force began over 20 years ago, following the emergence of terrorist group Boko Haram and incessant banditry in the northern parts of the country. National Chairman and National Coordinator of Civilian JTF, Engineer Kailani Mohammed, who was in the forefront for the establishment of Civilian JTF, successfully and single-handedly funded it to what became a reality today in all parts of the country. In his remarks, the National Chairman, who doubles as the National Coordinator of the Civilian Joint Task Force, Engineer Kailani Mohammed, urged members of the Civilian JTF to be committed, diligent and disciplined, as well as resolute in protecting lives and property. He also urged them to work closely with the security agencies by providing useful and vital information.
You must obey law and order. Respectable people. So that's what I want you to be with discipline. We pray to Allah to continue to sustain our state.
In his speech, Kaduna State Commissioner of Police Muhammad Rabiu, represented by the DPO Kabbalah West, commended the civilian JTF for their relentless effort in the fight against crime and banditry. The newly inaugurated Kaduna State Coordinator of the Civilian Joint Task Force, Muhammad Yusuf Soja, said the era of indiscipline and working outside the context of the organization's bylaw is over, saying acts of insubordination will not be condoned. Highlights of the event were a special parade and inauguration of the Kaduna State headquarters of the civilian JTF. From Kaduna, Umar Mohammed, ITV News.
We'll be joining Joshua in Lagos for more stories.
Many thanks, Joyce. And of course, moving on from our Lagos Network Center. The need for Nigerians to actively participate in the development by the Nigeria Academy of Pharmacy.
Decorated and honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award of one of the contributors to the development in Nigeria, Professor Ediale. Academy of Pharmacy appreciate Academy for the honor. The pioneer Director General of NAFDAC, pharmacist Gabriel Ediale, and his wife Clementina Ediale appreciated the Academy and said, though the nation's pharmaceutical sector is yet to attain its full potentials, the contributions made so far are encouraging. Professor Ediale advised young practitioners in the sector to consistently put the interests of the nation first in their duties.
This has come with so many people around me, so it's a nice occasion.
Over the years, those he has mentored, that they still remember him. I'm very, very grateful that he is alive, hale and hearty to receive this award.
The Director General NAFDAC, Professor Moji Adeyeye, and a goodwill message said Nigerians must co-build the nation for the common good of all. President of the Academy, Professor Lere Bale, said the Academy is translating knowledge into innovation towards guaranteeing professionalism for public good. Other awardees at the event also appreciated the Academy.
I've chosen to describe our nation as half full, and there is room for improvement. We are not a perfect nation, but every pharmacist can contribute.
Nigeria will not build itself. In NAFDAC, we are trying to make sure that what pharmacy is supposed to do, we are doing. Making sure that the medicines that we take are actually the medicines we are supposed to take.
I feel extremely fulfilled and happy and grateful to God.
The theme for the event was pharmaceutical innovation, a catalyst for national development. From Lagos, Agboji Horia, ITV News.
And on stories from Edo State, where the executive chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Ebaneta Sonia Omozane, says the teaching of the adult indigenous languages in schools will be fully implemented to promote teaching and learning. Honorable Omozane stated this while briefing journalists on Senator Mondo Okpawolo's announcement of the reintroduction of Edo languages into the school's curriculum across the state. Government House correspondent Kingsley Uchiegu has more.
Promoting indigenous languages serves as a veritable tool to preserve cultural heritage, identity, and strengthening community cohesion, giving more insight into the governor's directive. Executive Chairman Subeb Honorable Monzane commended Governor Okpewolo for ensuring equity and inclusiveness with the recent employment of qualified Subeb and SSEB teachers.
Having these teachers on board, I believe we're going to have a positive outcome when it comes to quality education in line with international standard. I am rest assured. And I also want to use this medium to plead with all our teachers who has just been absorbed. It's no longer business as usual because now you have your employment letter. The Excellency has done its part. It's not for you to sit up. I urge you to be dedicated to all your duties.
She said with the teachers on board, positive learning outcomes are expected in public schools.
All our teachers should start teaching Edo indigenous languages. It's a welcome development. Firstly, children nowadays do not know anything that has to do with our culture. Now, I think this will help our children to know the rich cultural heritage we have in our state. It will help them to respect their elders, and also, I believe it will make them to know more about our history.
She also urged the newly appointed teachers in the state to justify the governor's confidence in them by doing their work diligently. Kingsley Uchebu, ITV News.
You're watching the network news on Independent Television. We'll take a short break now. Please stay with us.
The former governorship candidate in Lagos State, Dr. Abdulaziz Adediran, also known as Jandor, has called on a peaceful coexistence between the Aborigines and non-natives. Lagos State correspondent Aigboje Kwara reports that this is one of the interface with Igbo residents in Lagos State after the 2023 election that brought rift between the Yoruba and the Igbo nationalities in the state.
Tribalism, religion, and ethnicity are seen as some of the strategies employed by politicians in Nigeria during elections, thereby dividing Nigerians for personal gains. This meeting after the 2023 general elections is to close ranks and broker peace between the Yoruba and Igbo nationals living peacefully the elections. According to a former governorship candidate in the state, Dr. Abdulaziz Adediran, also known as Jandor, the unity and peaceful coexistence of Nigerians must be put above personal interest.
But in casting your mind back to know that the government and people of Lagos don't hate you, is to first remind you of how hospitable we have been in this state. What you can't get in many other states, we freely give it here.
Some Igbo indigenes who are expressing their feelings said they feel marginalized since the end of the last election despite their call for peace and respect for the culture and traditions of the Yoruba people.
We will be living peacefully among ourselves. But I don't know, whenever we have this election forthcoming, we continue to see the politics start hitting. We want to pass this message to our Igbos. We will not be allowed to use ourselves for politicians to start making use of ourselves to create confusion among our hosts.
And Igbos are very, very peaceful and very harmonious. So we don't fight each other. But we still have a little challenges, which I believe that by special grace of resolve.
At the end of the meeting, there seems to be a resolve of all to find lasting peace and shun negative influence of political class to cause crisis among the different tribes in the state. Aigboje Kwara, ITV News.
And back to Benin, we are the children of late Pa Sunday Ikbia, residents of number 11 Asoen Avenue of Murtala Mohammed Way, Benin City, appealed for help and justice following the demolition of their building fence, allegedly carried out by officials of the Edo State Geographic Information Service, EDOGIS, allegedly under the directive of the Director of Development Control. The incident has left the family in shock as they insist that due process was ignored, despite having government approval for the structure since 1996. Egosa Agmalao has more.
Governor, Senator Bewo, to come to our aid.
Members of the late Pa Sunday Ikbia family are crying out for succor and justice. According to them, the perimeter fence, originally erected in 1996 with official approval, was recently rebuilt after parts of it collapsed due to age and erosion. Trouble reportedly began when some youths in the area allegedly demanded payment before allowing reconstruction to continue. Their refusal was said to have prompted the arrival of persons identified as officials of EDOGIS who demolished the fence and seized some building materials. The eldest son, Mr. Samson Ikbia, alongside his younger brother, son, and one of the laborers, recounted how the demolition was carried out. They appealed to the Edo State government to investigate the incident and ensure justice is served.
He built this house far back 1972. On the 27th, they started the fence. As they were fencing, some boys came to meet him that he should come and give 500,000 before they continue the fence. He called me. I said, no, CDA have been abolished. They came back with these boys who said they came from the office of the director in Edo State Development and Building Control Agency. I went to go and meet the director himself, Mr. Inabulele Henry, who affirmed that, yes, he sent his boys down to come and destroy the fence. And I told him that this fence has an approval, which was approved far back 1996. Did you do due diligence before you now ask your boys to come and destroy it? He said, nothing you can do, that I should go away.
2 days later, and I started the job again. That is where they now make another arrangement with Henry Inabulele to come and help them.
Efforts to reach the Director of Development Control, Mr. Henry Inabulele, for comments were unsuccessful as he was said to be out of office at the time of the visit. However, Independent Television and Radio intends to get his reaction whenever he's ready. Egosa Agbolao, ITV News.
The leaders and members of APC in Ikpoba-Awka local government area have passed a vote of implicit confidence in Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo. The group described Senator Okpebholo's developmental strides across Edo State and Ikpoba-Awka in particular as a top-notch. Passion Sawa reports that the party members arrived at the decision at a special meeting at Honorable Johnson Agbanyima's residence in Benin City.
We, the good people of Ikpoba-Awka APC, hereby pass a vote of confidence on you for your seamless effort to make Ikpoba-Awka Edo State a better place for all.
APC leader in Ikpoba-Awka local government, Honorable E.J. Agbanayima, reads out the communique expressing absolute confidence on the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, making reference to the construction of the first flyover in Benin City, which is sited in Ikpoba-Awka local government area. The group said they are privileged to have a governor like Senator Okpebholo.
Dear Governor, sir, on behalf of the good people of Ikpoba-Awka APC family, we are writing to express our profound appreciation and endorsement for your unwavering dedication and commitment to the development of Ikpoba-Awka in particular and Edo State in general.
Honorable E.J. Agbanayima and other leaders of the party also made a passionate appeal to all members in Ikpoba-Awka local government area to cooperate with the governor so as to enable him do more for the people.
The governor has done well, and the leadership of our party at the local government level, state level, national level have also done well.
We are going to benefit from the projects that are going on in Ikpoba-Awka. For the fact that the first flyover in Edo State came to Ikpoba-Awka shows that Ikpoba-Awka is very important.
I want to thank our governor for his strategic and dynamic leadership. We are seeing lots of progress in the areas of security. We are seeing his performances.
Notable sons and daughters of Ikpoba-Awka local government area present at the meeting include the chairman, Honorable Seno Eric Osawaru, Etsopade Commissioner Osaze Igbenobia, councillors, as well as past chairmen of the local government, among others. Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
And turning to education matters, where Wellspring University has been commended for its unwavering efforts in nurturing solution providers in an era of rapid technological advancement. The commendation came from the Registrar of the Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria, Mohammed Aliyu, represented by Mrs. Elizabeth Adenkule, during the induction ceremony for computing students of the university. Oluwafemi Farayola takes us there.
47 graduates from the Department of Computing, Wellspring University, took the professional computing oath, pledging to uphold the highest standards of conduct and ethics in their practice. In his address, the Vice Chancellor of Wellspring University, Professor Isaac Rotimi Ajayi, congratulated the inductees on their achievements and urged them to maintain integrity and professionalism in their careers. Also speaking, the Dean, College of Science and Computing, Professor Faith Oviasoge, charged the new professionals to be shining ambassadors of Wellspring University and Nigeria at large. The acting head, Department of Computing, Dr. Comfort Olayinka, reaffirmed the department's commitment to producing competent professionals who are technically skilled, ethically grounded, and socially responsible.
You are not only representing yourselves, but also the reputation of Wellspring University to uphold the highest ethical standards.
Remember, your degree is not the end. It is your license to begin a life of impact. Let your work speak louder than your titles.
You are now stepping into the world that demands creativity, integrity, and continuous learning.
The induction lecture titled Building Global Competence in Information Technology was delivered by Professor Veronica Osubo. Highlights of the ceremony included the presentation of professional certificates and award of excellence to the best graduating students.
I'm grateful to God for counting me among those that will graduate this year. I feel so blessed. It
It wasn't easy, but it was the grace of God I was able to skate through.
This is a milestone. You hit every milestone. So just bless God. Give God the glory.
The event was graced by faculty members, family and friends of the graduates. The ceremony further underscored Wellspring University's dedication to producing technology-driven professionals capable of meeting global demands. Oluwafemi Falayola, ITV News.
You're watching ITV Network News. A short break beckons. Stay with us. Moving on, the newly appointed rector of the Edo State Polytechnic, USEM, Dr. Nosakari Arodoye, says he is ready to work hard to lift the institution to an enviable height. Dr. Arodoye stated this during his assumption of office on Wednesday. Pius Nsawa reports that the quiet town of Usen in Ovia Southwest local government area, Edo State, was agog as sons and daughters of the community rolled out the drums to welcome their first indigenous rector.
It was a joyous moment for the indigents and residents of Usen as they trooped out to accord the new rector a rousing welcome. Accompanied by his wife, Pastor Rita Arodoye, and the Deputy Chief of Staff to Edo State Governor, Honorable Pius Alile, the new rector had a brief stop at the palace of the Laure of Usen for his royal blessing before proceeding to the Polytechnic to assume office.
For these few months, before we came in, the school has been transformed to a small Dubai.
Receiving the handover note from the outgoing rector, Engineer Sylvester Omorige, the new rector, Dr. Nosakari Arodoye, said he was thankful to Governor Monday Ukpewulu for giving him the opportunity to head the Edo State Polytechnic Usen. Dr. Arodoye, PhD in Economics and Finance and former lecturer of the University of Benin, with academic experience and research background, promised a positive turnaround for the institution.
I was appointed not because of title, but as a tool for change in Edo State Polytechnic. And that change we are going to witness.
Amen. Established in 2002, Edo State Polytechnic Usen ranked as the second best polytechnic and 54th best tertiary institution in Nigeria in 2017 by Webometrics ranking of world universities.
I want to thank the outgone rector who have done very well, and with the coming of our Excellency, this school have been transformed.
With his slogan, A Renewed Hope, we are hopeful for more development.
For the first time in over 23 years of the establishment of this institution, we are having an indigene of Usen emerge as a rector of this great institution.
Present to witness the handover ceremony were principal officers of the school and other guests. From Usen, Ovia Southwest Local Government Area, Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
Edo State politician Honorable Collins Ukpoma has described the African Democratic Congress as a party committed to delivering the dividends of democracy to the people. Honorable Ukpoma stated this at the ADC Secretariat in Benin City during his official defection from the People's Democratic Party to the ADC. Osemudeme Osaige has details.
It was a celebration atmosphere at the African Democratic Congress Secretariat as members and supporters gathered to welcome Honorable Collins Ukpoma and his supporters, marking their official defection from the PDP. Edo State Chairman of the ADC, Honorable Kennedy Odion, said the party's philosophy of inclusiveness and quality leadership aligns with the values Honorable Ukpoma represents, describing his entry as a welcome boost to the party.
You are not coming today to become a member, you are becoming a stakeholder instantly. I thank you very much for coming and for deeming it fit to join the terror core of this nation that we cannot continue in this order.
In his remarks, Honorable Collins Ukpoma said his decision to join the ADC was driven by his belief in the party's vision to promote sustainable development and improve lives across Edo State and Nigeria.
Nigerians, we are tired. Me leaving PDP to come to ADC because I know all progressive Nigerians, all meaningful Nigerians are ready to come out and vote against the poverty that we are going through in this country.
The highlight of the event was the formal presentation of the ADC membership card to Honorable Ukpoma by the state chairman. Some ADC members who spoke described his defection as a strategic move that will further strengthen the party's base in the state.
At least with the Mamo card, you will know that it's not just somebody. And his come is going to bring light progress to the party.
The narrative of bad governance will be changed.
A great plus to ADC party in Edo State.
Honorable Collins Ukpoma is a grassroots politician known for his development-oriented initiatives, and his entry into the ADC is expected to add momentum to the party's growing influence in Edo State. From Benin, Osemudeme Osage, RTV News.
We take another pause for some commercials. Don't you go away. The local government council joined the rest of the world on Wednesday to commemorate Global Hand Washing Day 2025 with a colorful community event designed to promote hygiene and prevent the spread of diseases through proper hand washing practices. The event, which held at a bustling Idaiken Market Motor Park, drew the participation of traders, students, health workers, and other community stakeholders. The report by Patience Osaogiwa is presented by Jolade Ojo.
Ego Council Chairman Honorable Osaro Eribo, represented by the Vice Chairman Kenny Isokpan, commended the organizers for raising vital public health awareness. He noted that hand washing remains a simple but powerful tool in preventing the spread of communicable diseases.
You will agree with me that since the inception of this program, many lives have been saved through constant washing of heads globally. At this gesture, I urge you all to embrace and raise awareness on the importance of hand hygiene in preventing disease and promoting good health.
Encouraging residents and school children to embrace regular and proper hand-washing habits, Honorable Eribo appreciated Governor Monday Okpeolo for his unwavering support towards the Council's health initiatives. He pledged that Ego local government would continue to drive the SHINE agenda, ensuring its health benefits reach every community.
I also want to use the opportunity again to appreciate His Excellency, distinguished Senator Monday Okpeolo, who has made this local government conducive for us to hold this event. On behalf of the people of the local government, we say thank you.
Also speaking, the Supervisory Councillor for Health, Paul Agasonwa, urged residents to make hygiene a daily routine, describing hand washing as one of the most effective and low-cost ways to stay healthy.
For us as a council, we are not going to stop here. Just a day to do more emphasis on the hand washing. Not that we're just organizing to be a day program. We are going to continue from here to reach out to our parents and our students, especially families, because the family is the smallest unit of the society.
Honorable Eribo further called on the Nigerian Red Cross Society to expand hand-washing awareness programs across public and private schools, stressing that early education is key to nurturing lifelong hygiene habits among children. From Benin, Gladys Ijamu, ITV News.
The report was actually by Gladys Ijamu and not Jolade Ojo as earlier stated. Moving on. The management of Dreamscape developer has called on prospective landowners to come to their new estate at Igoraki Community Waterside in Ovia Southwest local government area Edo State to be part of the development plan that is ongoing in the community by purchasing a plot of land. The management dropped the hint while opening up the various layouts in a bid of getting ready for development of the state. Efosa Wangwe has more.
Shelter is one of the basic needs of man. It becomes important to plan towards it by first acquiring land and thereafter commence the process of building in order to get a shelter. This is the reason why purchasing land is important to actualize such a dream of owning a house. This idea, Dreamscale developer is passing to the public to take advantage of their plots in Igoraki Waterside, which is accessible. Elaborating, the Chief Executive Officer, Dreamscale developer, Ibiye Thompson, said their Chelsea Villa is prepared, waiting for prospective buyers to come and be part of the first set of buyers.
Declare this estate open, as well as to invite you to come and buy with us. We are at Igoraki Community Waterside. This land here is safe to build and is safe to stay. What are you waiting for? You don't just buy land. You buy a viable land that will be useful, that will be of economic value.
The top management staff, Rosemary Taiwo, popularly known as African Landlady, says the best bet for any person to be landowner is meeting up with the sales of Dreamscale developers.
We are bulldozing our Chelsea Luxury Villa estate at Igoraki Waterside community. As you can see, the estate is not far at all from the express. It's a peaceful environment. The land is very, very okay.
The Okagili of Igoraki Community Waterside, Omoigbe Goodluck, and other executive members said the area is safe and security guaranteed.
It's a very free community. There's no problem. You can come at any time to purchase land with them. There's no problem. They've done what belongs to the community, and the community is very happy with them.
We have security guaranteed here. So if you want to buy land, come and buy with them. We guarantee you peaceful building, no disturbance, no community wahala.
The management of Dreamscape developer used the opportunity to call on the public to be part of the new estate by purchasing their land. From Igborahi, Efosa Wangwe, ITV News.
The 2024-2025 graduates of the Medical Laboratory Science Department, Benson Idahosa University, Benin City, have been advised to view their new professional status as an opportunity to support Nigeria's drive towards achieving universal health coverage. This call was made during the second professional oath-taking and induction ceremony of the department, which attracted dignitaries from across various sectors. Pius Nsowo unveils the rest of the story.
50 graduates were formally inducted into the profession by the Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria. The acting registrar and CEO of the council, Dr. Donald Ofili, represented by Mr. Nkemekolam Stanley, administered the oath. The keynote lecture, titled Embracing Professional Excellence, the Role of Medical Laboratory Scientists in Healthcare Practice in Nigeria, was delivered by Professor Omoroyi Pius Omosigo, who emphasized the critical role medical laboratory scientists play in the nation's healthcare delivery system.
Individuals and organizations can cultivate a culture of continuous improvement.
In her speech, the acting Vice Chancellor, Benson Idahosa University, Professor Teresa Agbokome, said the university has provided the inductees with sound academic and practical training, equipping them to excel in their chosen field. The acting head of department, Dr. Joy Ehiage, urged the new professionals to be exemplary ambassadors to the university and uphold the ethics of the profession.
Today marks a pivotal transition from the rigorous training grounds of the classroom and clinical practice to the noble professional field of service.
It is quite tasking. Waking up in the morning, going for their clinical posting 5 times in a week.
The ceremony also featured an award presentation segment where outstanding students and faculty members were recognized. Ms. Osarogwe Vanessa Gobadia, a first-class graduate, stole the spotlight by winning multiple awards, including that of Best Graduating Students.
I'm so grateful to God, I'm so grateful for my parents, so grateful for everyone.
For all my sleepless nights, my hard work, everything paid off, and I'm so grateful to God for that.
Today is a special day for everyone. We give God the glory.
BIU has come to stay, and it's a school parents should bring their awards.
From Benin, Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
Now, our update on the network news tonight. Thanks for sharing with us. I am Philip Omo Gupon. Do have a full feed on a fantastic Friday night.
ITV, certainly the best.